It had been 2 months since David's wife Claire passed away in a tragic car accident. His days blurred together in a haze of grief, and the nights were worse, haunted by memories of her laughter, her touch, and the life they were supposed to share. One night, as David sat in the dim glow of his living room, his phone buzzed on the table. He ignored it at first, assuming it was another condolence message from a friend who didn't know how to let him grieve in peace. But when the buzzing stopped and started again, a strange chill ran down his spine. The message on the screen made his breath catch. "David, it's me, Claire. I need your help." David stared at the screen, his heart pounding. It had to be a cruel prank, he thought. Claire's phone had been destroyed in the crash, and her number had been disconnected. He typed back hesitantly, "Who is this?" "This isn't funny." The reply came almost instantly. "It's really me, David. I don't have much time. I'm stuck. I don't know where, but it's dark and cold. I need you to bring me back." His hands trembled as he read the words. Could it really be her? He felt insane for even considering it, but something about the messages felt so real. He remembered Claire's tone, the way she would phrase her words. This sounded exactly like her. "How?" he replied. A set of instructions followed. Claire, or whatever was claiming to be her, told him to find a box she had hidden in the attic, one she had never mentioned before. David didn't even hesitate. He grabbed a flashlight and climbed into the attic. It didn't take long to find the box. It was tucked away beneath old blankets, covered in dust. Inside was a bundle of letters, photographs of them together, and an antique mirror with a silver frame etched with intricate symbols. "Light a candle and place the mirror on the table," the next message read. "Then call my name 3 times. David's rational mind screamed at him to stop. This was impossible, unreal. And yet, his heart ached with longing. If there was even the slightest chance that he could see her again, he had to try. He lit a candle, placed the mirror on the table, and called her name. "Claire, Claire, Claire." The flame flickered violently, and the room grew colder. Shadows stretched unnaturally along the walls. The surface of the mirror rippled like water, and for a moment, David thought he saw Claire's face. "David?" Her voice echoed from the glass, soft and familiar. Tears streamed down his face. "Claire, is it really you?" "Yes," she whispered, "but you have to hurry. You need to break the mirror to set me free." David hesitated. Something felt wrong. The air felt heavy, oppressive. He glanced at the mirror again, and for a brief moment, he thought he saw another face, a twisted, malevolent grin, lurking just behind Claire's. "What's wrong?" she asked, her voice trembling. "Don't you want me back?" He stepped back, heart racing. This doesn't feel right." Her tone changed, sharp and cold. "Break the mirror, David. Do it now." The shadows in the room grew darker, stretching toward him. The flame of the candle flared, almost blinding him. Then, with a sudden burst of clarity, he realized this wasn't Claire. Whatever this was, it had been lying to him. David grabbed the mirror and threw it to the floor, shattering it into 1,000 pieces. The shadows recoiled, and a terrible screech filled the air before everything went still. When he looked at his phone, the messages were gone. So was the contact. The next morning, as sunlight streamed into the room, David found a single photo from the box lying on the table. It was of him and Claire, smiling on their wedding day. Written on the back in her handwriting were the words, "I love you, let me rest." David held the photo close to his chest, tears falling freely. It wasn't the reunion he had hoped for, but it was the closure he needed. From that day forward, the whispers of his grief quieted, and David found peace, knowing that Claire was finally free.